This is Mission Studio Cat.
Mm.
We're here to rescue a baby for the studio. A baby ma'at. Yeah.
Do some churu. There you go. Hmm. Hmm. Look at you being cute for the camera. You being cute for the camera. You pretty boy, aren't you? He's look at him. Look at him, long legs. You pretty boy. This is so. Yeah. Yeah. We're gonna rescue you and take you to the vet Monday and get your eyes all fixed up. That's right. Get you your shots. That's right. Hmm. Yeah. Get you a forever home. Lots of toys. I already got you lots of cool toys. Yeah. Yeah. Hmm. So pretty, isn't he? He's so pretty. I hear you little gingers have attitudes. We're gonna find out. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. We're gonna find out, aren't we? Huh? Yeah. He's so cute. He's like, it's hot. It's really hot. Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, studio's hot too. So you'll be used to it.
Toth. As you can see in this footage, I wear an amulet of Toth. It's at the center of my studio and the center of my life. Often when I share this information, it's misunderstood as some form of paganism, a belief system. For me, it's none of these things. It's not unlike our founding fathers. I know that which I resonate to. For those who may be unaware, Thoth is the ancient Egyptian god of wisdom, writing, knowledge, and the moon, revered as the divine scribe and mediator of cosmic order. He was also known as Tehuti, was a central figure in Egyptian mythology, often depicted as a man with the head of an ibis or a baboon, animals sacred to him, symbolizing intelligence and lunar cycles, respectively. For women, the lunar cycle is the cycle that we actually function in rhythm with, not the sun. Not to say that I have anything against the sun. We need it to survive, so it's worthy of respect. But in terms of biorhythm, life rhythm, women are attuned to the lunar cycle. Another reason I find resonance to him. His association with the moon, which was about being allowed to measure time and in the organization of rituals. And he played a key role in maintaining the universe alongside the sun god Ra and the goddess Ma'at. As you heard me mention in the beginning of this video, my studio quest to get a baby Ma'at. In Egypt, Cats were mummified and left at her shrine. They are her familiars. They kept the temples clean, they kept the cities clean, they kept the granaries clean, and were beloved creatures of the earliest citizens of one of the oldest known civilizations. A good companion, a good familiar, if you will, to accompany a follower of Thoth. But I also likewise resonate and find myself in awe of what Mother Ma'at represents. I call her Ma'at, but to be proper, it is probably Me'et, Me'et, but more are familiar with calling her by what they see visually in her name. So I just refer to her in a way that would be understood by the majority. So Mother Ma'at, Mother Ma'et, was the Egyptian goddess of truth, justice, harmony, and balance. Also, the name of the cosmic principle that governs the universe. I prize balance, justice, truth. I seek harmony and balance. I find these are the highest virtues a human could strive for. And so to her, Mother Mayette, if I were to be proper, I feel a great deal of resonance. She's central to the Egyptian religion and philosophy and represented the ideal order that sustained life, law, and morality. These concepts are central to my own approach to life. And so to her, I resonate deeply. Again, I come back to Thoth. For me, it is his amulet that I wear. I practice the work of a scribe. I practice the work of an artisan. But Ma'at, she is his wife. Together, their union is cosmic balance. It is the essence of order. And as a creative, we swim in chaos every moment of every day. And we do it with intent. Because as a scribe and a creative and an artisan, it's actually my sacred role to bring order to that chaos, to make the non-sensible tangible, is to stabilize chaos. But I feel I must make it clear. I do not worship either. I do not worship anything. I have a similar view, as I mentioned, to our founding fathers. Nobody accused Thomas Jefferson of worshiping Thoth or worshiping Ma'at or worshiping ancient Egyptian deities or of being a pagan. He's never associated with that. And likewise, President Andrew Jackson, his own home, famously known as the Hermitage. Nobody accused him of being a pagan or a worshiper of ancient Egyptian gods when he spoke about those ancient gods with respect and reverence. So, put it plainly, my interest in these characters, these ancient deities, if you will, is driven by the very same thing that our founding fathers and our early leaders in America were educated and driven by. It's called Hermetics, i.e., ancient Greeks loved Thoth, but like most cultures that have their own language, they give their own name to deities and entities that they revere, that they are adopting from other cultures. And so, from a Greco point of view, Thoth is Hermes, Hermes Trismegistus, the three times great, the thrice great. And you will find in our own founding documents, in our own original constitutional laws, the language of Hermetics. Hermetics, quite simply, is an accumulation of human knowledge that likes to trace itself back to Thoth because his name means thought, to think. He's a thinker's avatar, a symbol of enlightenment. Was the idea that the 7 Hermetic laws are actually natural laws that the accumulation of human knowledge has figured out collectively are just that. They're unbreakable natural laws. And within our own Constitution, that very language is in there. That our founding fathers wanted to build a republic, not a democracy, a democratic republic that stayed closely adhered to natural law, or what you could call hermetics. I study, I focus on these laws very closely. I share the same code that our founders shared. I believe that it's my civic duty as an American to do so, because our founding fathers made it abundantly clear in their own words, in their own handwriting, they were building a nation for illumination and the closest possible adherence to natural law. And my studio, for me, works in the same way, in the same breath. It is a hermitage, while simultaneously being a temple to the muses. Because even Thoth found inspiration. Mensenome, not a goddess, a muse, the eldest muse, the first muse, memory, living memory, the gnosis that comes to you from the accumulation of knowledge and experience in your life and comes to you in epiphanies. They come to me all the time. It's what I'm designed to do. And so I have built the studio so that I can answer those callings whenever they come to me. And I feed my head daily so that I might flourish and do that the very best I can.
Today's a different day. Today's a wonderful day. Look at these flowers. Aren't they gorgeous? Gorgeous flowers for a gorgeous day. Yeah, I had to cut the stems a little to make them fit, but now let's find a nice place to put them. How about here on the corner, huh? Oh, right here on the corner. I think they're nice. The gift I gave to myself for today. Today I'm giving myself a couple of gifts. Get them arranged real nice. Yes. They won't last long. I don't need them to. Sometimes the most awesome things are just moments, and then they're gone, and they're forever in your memory. I'm content with that. There's a beauty in being content with the simple things that pass on and move away. Poetry. I think I might do some today. Anyway, I got to go ahead and get the rest of the things for the day unloaded that I got from the grocery store. Got really awesome things planned for today. Let's go enjoy a little bit of rain, shall we? Well, I'm going to need my keys. Going to need my keys. Oh, those flowers are so gorgeous. I just can't take my eyes off of them. It's a gorgeous day in the studio. Oh, don't mind my terrible singing. Actually, I don't care if you mind it or not, honestly. There's a beauty that comes with detachment. Those times and those places in your life where you just give yourself a present. Do something wonderful for yourself. You see, it's just a part of the creative nature, you know. Live a romantic life. People often mistake that for being like automatically a couple oriented thing. But I'm here to tell you, as a creative and as a person with a deep soul, that no, no. You can romance yourself too. You should love yourself and romance yourself and romance your life. Make your life wonderful, no matter how challenging it is, because you know what? Everybody's life's challenging. There's nothing special about that. Whining about it won't change it. Walking around bitching all the time about it won't change it. All it does is encourage the people around you to be in that negative space with you. The old misery loves company. Well, some of us are enlightened enough to know that that's pointless, so we just don't participate in it. We'll do it for a little while, hoping that you'll wake up and stop being a sourpuss, but you know, eventually you just have to figure out some people are just sour. I'm not one. I'm a happy person. Let me get this in the icebox. The old family pizza pan, you know. Gotta prep the meats. Let's see. I think I did good. It's gonna make a nice It's gonna make a nice steak. I think I did good. Yes. Okay, there we go. Sorry, y'all. It's not like I can hold my cell phone and show myself seasoning and massaging the beef. You know, I'll just leave you with this phrase that I always felt Julia Childs should have said. You know, she's all, you got to whack the little birdie. Well, you know, I always felt like she needed to like follow that up with, you must beat the beef, you must beat the beef, you must massage it. Well, you know, I couldn't film myself doing it because, you know, it's me and my cell phone down here. But hey, trust me when I tell you, look close. I seasoned it, and look, you can see a finger, a thumb thing, see, and I massaged it. So there's definitely like proof that I did it. Anyway, now to the other side. All right. Got the other side done. Yes. Time to put it in the marinade. All right. Time to get it in the marinade. And pairing would pop the lid off. Don't need a lot. It'll absorb it. And well, I do like a nip of beer. Just a nip. We don't need that old girl here. Yes, I called her a girl. Because look, when it comes to steaks, we eat girl meat. And get the fire going. We'll need music for that, y'all. Okay, be right back. Yes! Fire! It worked. Very happy about that. Very happy. I don't even know if it'll look good zoomed in, but let's zoom in. Look at that fire. Yeah. Woo! Fire dancing! I got it to be on fire while it's raining! I'm having my day. I have my favorite battle skirt on. I have my favorite battle skirt. I have like my favorite band playing. I'm gonna put tasty steaks on it. Okay, one tasty steak. Heck yeah. Got the fire going. Got my favorite song going. Got my favorite battle skirt on too. Woo! It's a day. And some nice flowers. Nice flowers. Yeah. Let's all go. Let's all go. Woo-hoo-hoo. That was close. Let's try it from a different side, shall we? Yes, this is a piece of old broken canvas. Because what else would an artist use for a fire poker? Yeah. Ooh, ah. Almost there. Almost there. coming along really well. You know what? This seems like a good time for a story about fire. About Prometheus, the god Prometheus. You know, he got in trouble for stealing. But he got in trouble for stealing two different kinds of fire. The physical one that enabled man to give offerings to the gods. And of course, where he helped man trick the gods the first time. Possibly the first real act of hubris. The trickster god, Prometheus. But there's a telling in his name. His name means forethought. But what was the other thing he stole? He stole sacred fire. That's not physical. That's inside the hearts of men. Prometheus stole the divine fuego and put it into the souls of his creation. Because according to the story, and the legend, and the myth, the Elohim were like, we need life, we need activity, we need worshipers. And so the two brothers, Iphicles and Prometheus, twin titans, who had switched sides and served the Olympians, were charged with populating the planet, plants, animals, and mankind to worship the gods and to live for their pleasure. So Iphicles, there's a telling in his name, means afterthought. So he fashioned from the clay trees, birds, plants, animals. He was a very busy fellow. Got a lot done, so much more than his brother Prometheus. And the gods were pleased with it, they were pleased with him. And Prometheus, he was sneered at, for he only formed man and woman from clay. Just two creatures. But he formed them in the likeness of the gods. He made them beautiful. But they were nothing more than empty vessels like the animals on the planet. And they lived in animal skins. And they were too primitive to give the gods their proper due. And Prometheus loved his creation. He loved it so much that he sacrificed himself to steal the divine spark, Ankh, put the breath of life into man and woman, gave them the creative ability, gave them a piece of himself, the ability to use their foresight, the ability to plan ahead, the ability to prepare. But they were still fearful and respectful of the gods. In fact, so much so that when they gave worship and oblation to the gods, they always made sure that the gods got the better share of the harvest. They always made sure the gods got the better share of the feast. Even if it meant their people suffered. This was not good enough. During this savage time, they ate raw meat and vegetables from Iphicles' garden. Did not know agriculture. Did not know how to cook. But the gods took just the same. They cared not for these creatures. They just wanted their worship. They didn't care about it. Prometheus, he loved his creation. He loved his creation. So he committed a second crime against the gods. This is the one he got caught for. For he didn't get caught for stealing the sacred flame that gave us the breath of life and the power of creativity. What he got busted for was stealing fire, giving it to man so that he could keep the predators at bay, so that he could cook his food, so that he could preserve it, so that he could flourish and multiply and be prosperous. And for this, the capricious gods, they didn't punish man, they punished Prometheus. Well, it looks like we've got a pretty good, that's pretty good to me. I think there's some places I could probably get a little more fire. I got some good coal as well. Got some good coal. So I think it's time. Woo! Smoke follows beauty. I think it's my battle skirt, but hey. Happy those who have their battle skirts on their special day of the year. My special day. Woo! Look at those coals. Yes, yes. I think I should take you over there for a closer look at the sacrifice. Yes? Let's have a closer look at that sacrifice. I think the gods of old, our ancestral gods, the ones that we upgraded from, a good upgrade. It's important that humanity grows. We're an ever-changing species. She looks nice, doesn't she? The gods would be pleased. The gods of old would be very pleased by her. And before we put the lid back on, let me zoom back out. Before we put the lid back on, we need to allow the scent, let the scent rise. Let them smell it as they did once. And my ancestors even then, let them smell it. See, enjoy the sacrifice. And know that those who live, who truly live, honor themselves and honor their ancestors by being the best version of themselves they can be while they have time in the higher realm. I think she's beautiful. She's going to be wonderful. kind of let her do her thing. And maybe time for some poetry. I have one that's playing in my head. A poem that is playing in my head right now. Of chess and checker players. Of face dancers and the silence that is necessary to read books. And that the Hylic realm itself is a storybook. But only the silent ones can see the full scope of said story. And only the ones with deep, deep souls and a strength of perception can truly know. For the Hylic realm is truly full of chess players and checker players. If you've not taken the time to know yourself, you can't really know which one you are. All in the Hylic realm, as Shakespeare said, are mere players in a play. What he doesn't say and what he doesn't name is that all in the Hylic realm are face dancers. Most play checkers. Few play chess. Many checker players believe they have chess pieces, but their perception is shallow. And the most they truly can do is project their own identity onto others and make assumptions without enough data. A kind of delusion. And so they face dance, and they face dance, and we all face it. But the silent ones, they read the book. They read the play. And they have the strength of character and the power of self-gnosis to know better than to project their own life onto others. And to those who know what I speak, you see the play, you see the play. You choose to stay silent and read the book so that you know what act, what place, what face you must wear. It's my day. My day to expound upon reality, to embrace the beauty. And speaking of beauty, I think I should move the camera and show you an epically beautiful sight. A thing that most checker players keep their heads down. You don't notice unless they've got nothing better to do. The camera does not do it justice. In the living, waking Hylic world, it is filled with pinks, oranges, and purples. There truly is nothing so beautiful to Western eyes than that of a storm. In the aftermath and the waking up. And may the Sky Father Zeus smell this offering and feel respected and see his child here in the Hylic world, taking the time to look up and see his majesty, see his art, see his beauty, and be thankful to be here to see it. And may he know that his child here upon this earth reads the book, plays the chess when necessary, and does their best to wear the mask, despite the fact that it suffocates the soul. There's a strength in that. Look at you. Look at you, girl. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Can't really see it with the camera, can you? It's nearly done. It's beautiful, isn't it? I think we'll leave the lid on. Yeah. I think we will. And it walked into the sky. My day. It's been fantastic so far. I think maybe to add to the event, I should continue to wax poetically, philosophically. I think so. Oh, she's going to come out so wonderful. I should have given her a name. You know, there was a time when we were properly connected. Yes, properly connected. There was a time when we took care of our animals, including the wild ones that we would hunt. Before the final kill, we made sure to take the time to thank it for its sacrifice of its life, so that we might live another day. There was a time, truly not that long ago, the species understood how to be thankful for the little things and how to show respect for life. And when I reflect on that, those are the times when I feel most displaced from my true place in the world. How about something from one of my favorite books of poetry? Confucius de Cummings. D.E. Cummings was an odd one, but he was a good poet. Gonna have to have my broken, geek glasses, my broken studio glasses I referenced in the saga ready for this. Look at them. They're just so hobo. We're gonna fix them, this I promise. What would be a good poem in this sacrifice? Should we do a bit of bibliomance? Let's do a bit of bibliomance. Shall we? Dear way, dear heart, not so. Let no thought you dismay. Though you now part from me from pro. Now, I messed it up. Look at that. It's been a long time. It's an excerpt from Henry VIII. Do way, dear heart, not so. Let no thought you dismay. Though you now part from me fro, we shall meet when we may. When I remember me of your most gentle mind, it may in no wise agree that I should be unkind. The daisy delectable, the violet wan and glow, ye are not variable, I love you and no more. I make you fast and sure. It is to me great pain thus long to endure, till that we meet again. Very nice. Very nice bibliomancy when you think about it. Total random excerpt. Ooh, she's getting a little feisty, isn't she? You better put the lid on here to suppress that flame a bit. I want her flame kissed, but I don't want her burnt. I like mine a touch bleeding still. A little bit of life left in it, if you will. I don't like a burnt steak. Which signals to me that it's time to go make preparations for the rest of the feast. Look at that. I don't know if you can see it well. It's very nice. It's very nice. Time for the next step in this. All right. Here it is. Yes, I know. The tablecloth is a Batman tablecloth. But if you knew me, you'd know how fitting that really truly is. Get a little close up on that plating. Yeah, it's 90% vegetables, but I've got my fruits. I've got my flowers. I've got my Shiner Bock, because yeah, I'm a Texan, and what Texan wouldn't celebrate their day, their one day out of the year, with a nice Shiner Bock? And of course, a nice steak, because, you know, we're Texans. Bowl of cherries, book of poetry, my studio assistant sidekick, Woody, my artist model. Look at that. My feast. It'll last 3 days. About the amount of time the flowers do. Well, I'm not going to film myself enjoying my feast, but I thought I'd share it with my friends and family. They're all over the planet and all over the country. All right, it's feast time, y'all. Very happy with this. Came out beautiful. I'm going to indulge and enjoy my day. All right, well, thought I'd end this video with something interesting. I've been having my special day, enjoying it. Got nice flowers, see? Made myself a nice feast. You see, the thing is, though, there was a lot of food on that plate. And I was being logical. I was like, oh, you know, it'll last 3 days. There's no way I can eat all that. I really shouldn't eat all of that. Well, y'all, I ate all of that. Every last bit of it, and even half the fruit. I'm a little chick. I don't eat a lot. Oh, I don't know. People with their family are going to be like, well, that means you needed it. Well, I'm not so sure about that. I'm the artist who's sitting here and has been for 10 minutes, having an existential crisis about the idea that my brain and my body conspired behind my back to force me to take a break by giving me a food coma, by making me eat without thinking. Well, it's still been a wonderful day, but it would have to end that way before my after dinner cigarette. I'm sitting there freaking out, going, God damn it, am I going to go into a food coma and not get any work done? I'm probably the only person that I know, and I'm sure there are other people out there, but hyperproductive people like me, you can relate to this. Sleeping, doesn't that make you angry? I mean, it's like biologically having time stolen away from you. Like, I could be doing things when I'm sleeping. I could be painting, I could be designing, I could be scripting, I could be writing, I could be doing poetry, animations. No, I gotta sleep. That's why this made me have a crisis, is because, like, I think my brain and my body said she won't take a break, so we're gonna make her overeat so she has to sleep for 2 days and she has off. Well, damn it, that's not right. Somebody needs to, like, invent a way out of it. Like, Waylon wasn't all the way a bad guy. Okay, yeah, he was like trying to make like super weapon out of those aliens and doing all that weird stuff. But you know what? If he didn't live in space, he was probably a pretty cool guy. I mean, he came up with medical solutions for all kinds of things. Okay, big pharma, you want to do something really positive? Come up with a way for us not need to sleep anymore. Come up with a supplement that heals the body and rests the mind, but lets us keep going. For the productive people. I mean, I know most people are like, oh, I like sleeping. You like being unconscious? Oh my God, I can't do that. I'm too much of a thinker. But still, I really think my brain and my body conspired to make me take a break. Like, doing all of this wasn't a break. It was. It took away time from creativity to make myself a nice feast. It did. So, well, I had that kind of birthday. Somehow I still ended up pissed off at myself for not getting enough done, because like I'm like, now, oh my God, I'm going to be drowsy, I'm going to fall asleep, and I'm not going to do any work, and I'm going to be behind, because I always think I'm behind. That's how I get ahead. That's how I stay ahead, is I always have the paranoia that I'm behind. I'm not, but well, I still think like I am. Well, I'm going to try to fight the drowsiness that I know are coming. They haven't yet, but I know they're coming. I know this was a conspiracy to make me take a break. Well, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to burn some of these calories off by playing the drums or something. Yeah. I'll find something. Burn these calories off so I won't need to sleep. I can't believe I ate that much food in one sitting. I ate half a bowl of cherries and half a bowl of fruit too. Of like pineapples and strawberries. And I drank a beer. And I ate a whole steak. And I ate 2 servings of asparagus and like potatoes and green beans. By myself in one sitting. That was 2 people's worth of food. Oh my God. Okay, so this is the only bad thing about the day. And I feel like a brain and body got together and tricked me. Anyway, I hope everybody else is having an awesome Sunday. I've actually had an awesome Sunday until I did that to myself here at the end and overate. But, you know, it's my day. Bye, y'all. Speedy out. We'll see you in the Tales from the Drafting Table series and other things that I have coming. Thanks for checking it out. Bye.